setting Dylan Gabriel up to take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just win my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Rented my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Rented my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. What they don't know. Look at what I did, look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just win my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Rented my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Rented my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they
They're
don't
setting Dylan Gabriel up to take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just win my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Rented my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Rented my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they don't know. Look at what I did, look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just win my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Rented my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Rented my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they
They're
don't
setting Dylan Gabriel up to take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just win my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Rented my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Rented my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they don't know. Look at what I did, look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just win my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Rented my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Rented my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they
They're
don't know.
setting Dylan Gabriel up to take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just win my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Rented my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Rented my chick, I rent on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they don't know.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Let me get on the screen. Let me get on the screen here. Let's see. Let's do this thing. There we go. There we go. All right, we live. We on screen. If you were here on Wednesday's stream, my other camera started glitching out, so I got my new camera plugged in, but I got to figure this thing out, y'all. This thing got me looking ashy, y'all. It got me looking ashy on the screen. Let's see if, yeah, it got me looking ashy. It got me looking ashy out here. I'm going to figure it out. This is the first go around with this new camera. But this camera has all these different settings that I got to work on and I got to adjust, but we going to get it right. We going to get it right. I'll be ashy for a day. I'll be ashy for a day to make sure I can put together a great stream for y'all. I'll be ashy. It's all good. Let's get these greetings in order. Make sure my chat is right. Let's see. Let me get to the top of the chat. I believe we got Asante first up in the box. Asante, good morning. How you feeling, man? Asante is here. Asante, let's see. What we got next?
I don't think he went to school nowhere. If he went to school, he didn't learn nothing.
Good morning, Latika. What is going on? What is going on? Top of the morning, Black Pearl. Top of the morning. A.M. Williams, good morning. R Jizzle, what's going on? How you feeling, man? All right, there we go. Sound check is complete. We sounding good over here. We sounding good. Donnie King, what's going on? Hopefully you enjoyed the rest of the stream from Wednesday. Shout out to you from the Netherlands. Shout out to Donnie King, y'all. Shout out to Donnie King. We international with it, y'all. We international with it. Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait to see CU ball this year. Last year was painful to see. Especially for me that have to stay up late to watch. Donnie King. Man, it got to the point last year I was looking at games and I was like, you know what? I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it to myself. I stayed up late enough. I watched enough of this. It doesn't seem like, we got that same energy. So I did what any reasonable person would do. I stayed up and watched the whole game. Stayed up and watched the whole thing, man. Stayed up and watched the whole thing. The whole thing, man. It's crazy. I'm doing well, Donnie. I'm doing well. Zedric, what is going on? How you feeling, man?
Cole, you stupid.
What is going on? Felix, how you feeling today? Felix, what's going on? Purchase Premier in the building. What's going on, man? This year will be the resurgence of DG. DG? Which DG you talking about? Tell me more. Which DG you talking about? Look outdated. Yeah, they got your boy. Where Two Man at? Two Man. Hold up the antenna, man. Put your leg in the air. Come on, man. Hold up the antenna for your boy. They got me looking old fashioned out here. Retro vibes with the tone. Yeah, man. It's gonna be a great stream anyway. We doing this thing, not ashy. They got me looking ashy, y'all. Let me tell y'all, look. You know what I'm saying? I done put, my facial stuff on today. I done put, some oils, natural juices and berries, oils in my beard. You know what I'm saying? Make sure my hands not ashy. They still got your boy looking ashy, but it don't matter. We gonna do what we do. We gonna do what we do. We gonna do what we do. We gonna make it happen, y'all. We gonna make it happen. Beast, what's going on? How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
This is a foolishness. Foolishness.
What is going on, C.A. Anderson? Good morning, everyone. It's Friday. It's going to be a wonderful day. Be blessed out there. Ashy, just put on some Vaseline. You know I keep the Vaseline, y'all. I got the small Vaseline. I got the bigger Vaselines. I keep my Vaseline. Y'all know I rock with it, but they got your boy. They got me out here. We going to make something happen, though. British premiere for real, man. I need to put something on the. We going to figure it out, man. This is the effects of that new technology. You know what I'm saying? The new cameras, they got all these different adjustments, and I'm trying to twist it and change it. And at one point I was looking red, and then you know what I'm saying? It's okay. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it work. Looks dim, not dark, but not ashy. I appreciate you, Latika. I appreciate you. Charmaine, hardest working woman in Ohio. Good morning. Good morning. Jackie, good morning. Good morning. D, you got to fix that. It's messing with your soul glow. For real. They don't want to see your boy shining. They don't want to see me shining out here, Black Pearl. They don't want to see me shining. The Dollar General stores across the Midwest. All right, got you. Dollar General. Okay. I was wondering. I was like, who does DG you talk about? But let me get back to your original one. Now that we on the same page, where'd it go? This year will be the resurgence of Dollar General. Dollar General. We gonna see. Y'all, we got that cocoa butter Vaseline. Let me tell you about the people who really know about their Vaseline out here. The cocoa butter Vaseline is on point. They got a cocoa butter like Vaseline lotion that I have. Vaseline, it's a weird sponsorship, but hey, sponsor your boy. Sponsor your boy. I'm a Vaseline connoisseur. This one right here, this is for your lips. This is that vanilla swirl. You know what I'm saying? That's that vanilla swirl right there. This is that vanilla swirl. So this the kind that you use for your lips. You just, drop it in a little bag or something. But yeah, hey, Vaseline, holla at your boy, man. Hey, we working over here. We gonna get some sponsors. We gonna get some sponsors. Shout out to y'all. I'm feeling good, y'all. Y'all feeling good today? Are y'all feeling good? I'm feeling good on this Friday, y'all. I'm feeling good. Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith talking that talk. We gonna get to it. Toolman, shout out to Toolman. He sent me something on X. It was a tale that the Seattle Seahawks picked up on from watching film. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna show the tale, which is crazy, and it made me start to think back. Like, I wonder if the Browns had any tails on their offensive line. So I'm going to have to look back at some more film on the offensive line, see what they were doing with their feet, and see if they were giving some tails. Y'all know I'm very hesitant to play Bucky stuff because I want y'all to watch Bucky's videos because he has an amazing eye, and I don't want to take away from that. Oh, Prentice Premier, I read your message while I was about to say something. Shout out to Bucky. So Bucky was on Duke the Scoop. He said something very key that we're gonna go over from Duke the Scoop. Shout out to Duke the Scoop. As I'm getting more into the CU world, there are some people who I'm starting to enjoy their content. Duke the Scoop is one of them. He was interviewing Bucky. It's a clip from there I'm gonna play. Bucky put out a very, very, very good video one day ago. And Coach Prime told the coaches to speak on views and location. And we are using that as our motivation. So it's going to be extended motivation. So shout out to Bucky. Shout out to Well Off. Definitely watch this full video. But there's a portion of that we're going to use for motivation today. And I'm just excited for it. C.A. Anderson put a great question. She put a great question in the Patreon group chat. Let's drop this thing up here real quick so y'all can see. We're going to go over some key dates in the NFL offseason. So let me add that picture real quick so y'all can see what we're talking about. Let me just throw this up here. It's some key dates. And C. Anderson asked a question, and I was like, man, this will be good for the actual pod. Because I know she's not the only person who probably has those similar questions. Let's show it to you right here. Oh, that's nasty. Let's edit this and make it better. Okay, there we go. We're going to put it here. All right, so C.A. Anderson put this in the Patreon chat and was like, hey, let's talk about these dates. What's a franchise tag? What does that mean? NFL Combine. So we're going to break down these dates a little bit later, but I thought that was good information, a source of learning, so we added that. We're going to get to it. Also, do y'all remember in school, it would be Friday, it's about to be the summertime, and the teacher just like, you know what? Double recess today. Double recess. We're going to cut out one of the things we was going to make y'all do work-wise. That's how I'm feeling today. So, since I'm feeling good, I'm feeling positive, really good energy today, guess what we doing, y'all? No Cleveland media. We're going to go a whole stream with no Cleveland media, y'all. No Cleveland media. We're going to be positive. Positive today. Positive vibes going into the weekend. No Cleveland media today, y'all. Not one. Not one. A lot of times I show y'all things in Cleveland media just to show y'all where they're at. But sometimes they can mess up your energy. And I was really thinking about something that Zedric said. He said it a couple times in the chat, and it just really stuck with me. And he was saying that now that he is not looking at Cleveland media, he just feels free. He just feels refreshed. And you know what? We're going to take some advice from Zedric. No Cleveland media today. It's not worth it. We're not going to mess up this energy on a Good Friday going into the weekend. We're feeling good. Y'all feeling good. So we're going to enjoy this thing. No Cleveland media today, y'all. We're going to keep this thing positive and looking forward. That's what we're going to do. So it's going to be a great stream. It's going to be a great stream. Where we at? Jackie says the original DG. For real. I had to ask, which one you talking about now? Latika, not you thought he was talking about Dylan. Latika, I said, tell me more about what you're talking about. Fela says she is feeling wonderful today. Glad to hear you are feeling wonderful. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Princess Premier, you almost took me out with this chat earlier. You almost took me out with this earlier as I was reading. As I was talking. Just having jokes. Don't have Diddy for no sponsor. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'll pass. All money ain't good money. I'll pass. Something wonderful is going to happen today. Talk to him. Ivy League Mac, what's going on? What is going on? Black Pearl, feeling blessed and highly favored. I love it. I love it. Our Jizzle, I'm feeling good. Went to New Edition, Boys to Men, Tony Braxton concert last night. Definitely worth the money. Man, that's a combination right there. That is a combination. I like that. I like that. I know you were there enjoying that. I like to go to concerts, y'all. I like to go to concerts. I like live music. So shout out to Art Jizzle. I know you enjoyed that. I know you enjoyed that. Oh, you're going to love it. They did all of their jams, but I didn't do Hit Me Off. They didn't do Hit Me Off. Charmaine says she watched the concert on YouTube. Zedric says, yes, protect your peace. Got to protect your peace. Got to protect your peace. D, great start, positive vibes and energy. I'm feeling good, y'all. I'm feeling good. I'm one of those people where you can really look at me, and I don't know if this is a plus or a minus. You can look at me and tell how I'm feeling. And when I'm feeling real good, y'all see it. When I'm like, I'm teetering, I'm shaky, y'all can see it. When my mind is working, you can see it. So I'm feeling good, y'all. I'm feeling good. Shedeur is merging worlds because I never would have thought TD Jakes would be asking Emmitt Smith about Shedeur. Zedric. And then when he asked the question, Emmitt Smith wanted him to clarify, like, in regards to, I said, Emmitt Smith, me and you both. Me and you both. Yes, this is great news. I appreciate a new vibe today. That was motivating. I'm feeling good. And what'll happen is we can feed into the negativity a little bit too much in an effort to prove that we have understanding, in an effort to highlight that they don't know what they're talking about. It cements that they don't know what they're talking about. So every stream, we don't need to just drop it in there, especially right now when there's no football happening. So I was like, hey, we not doing this. We not doing this. Not today. Not going into the weekend. We ain't gonna do it. I think Prime used to attend his church. They got a long relationship because TD Jakes was talking about how he was at Emmitt Smith's Hall of Fame ceremony. So definitely a long relationship. Good morning, Ms. Brown. How you feeling today? How are you feeling? Gotta think all these guys know what really happened with Shedeur. It just hasn't been fully made public. He specifically said it was the NFL. I was like, ooh. Ooh, that's pretty telling. That is pretty telling. Oh, TD Jakes, Mary Pilar, and Coach Prime. Got you. Yeah, he said, nah, it was the NFL. I was like, all right. All right, y'all, let's get to it. First thing we're going to do is, y'all know we start this thing off with motivation. Do y'all like dual purpose things? You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the old saying, kill two birds with one stone. I like that saying. I like to be efficient, and that is what we're going to do. We're going to kill two birds with one stone. We're going to try to get a feel for the energy of Colorado this year, and we're also going to get some great motivation from some men on their coaching staff. And this coaching staff, I feel totally different about them going into this year than I did last year. And just the way they speak and everything feels really, 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 really good, really excited. Why keep listening to somebody when you know they lying? I've been stopped listening to Cleveland media. Latika, talk to him. You know, it was one of those where, if you notice, I got shorter and shorter, even when I was playing the clips on Cleveland media, because I really couldn't really sit through it. And I was just, we going to show that they don't have understanding. And I'm like, man, not today. Not today. Last person to talk about the NFL like that was Eric Dickerson. He been quiet lately. Yeah, he been chilling. He been out the way. He said it twice, and he been out the way. CL7-111, what's going on? How you feeling? So we're going to be efficient with it today, y'all. If y'all notice, one thing about me is I remember a lot of sayings that I heard people say around me growing up, and that was one. You kill two birds with one stone. So that's what we're going to do for our motivation. But we got Marie in the building.
Everybody stay on that side when they switched up. You switched up, stay on that side, man.
Good morning, Marie. Good morning, everyone. I'm at an appointment, but wanted to say good morning to my peeps before it starts. What is going on, Marie? What is going on? Good morning to you. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. And we always appreciate you being here. We appreciate you. All right, y'all, let's get to it. So I was watching this. Remember, shout out to Well Off Media. Shout out to Bucky. Y'all know I'm kind of hesitant to show Bucky stuff because I want y'all to go watch it. But this was something that it was motivation. It was us getting the insight into the coaching staff this year. And I was like, we got to use it, but we're going to make sure we give Bucky his props for it. So shout out to Bucky. Shout out to him.
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Come to Offtharecorddee, where we going to read your super chats. Your voice is going to be heard. What's going on, Shanithia? When you sneak in? When Shanithia then snuck in the side door. What is going on, Shanithia? How you feeling today? Those Cleveland media boys are scraping the bottom of the barrel. Let me tell you. You know when you get to the bottom of like mustard, and y'all know it's certain people, they'll shake the mustard out to get the rest of it. It's other people who will go and cut the top of the plastic bottle and scrape the rest of the mustard out the bottom. Because mustard don't move like that. That's what they do in Ivy League, Mac. All the way at the bottom. All the way at the bottom. I'm watching from behind again. Was late again for the start. Hate to watch from the beginning. From the beginning, I keep thinking I missed something good. Donnie King, shout out to you. I appreciate that sentiment. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you like, look, I don't want to miss none of it. So shout out to you. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, Donnie. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Let's get it going, y'all. Let's get to this motivation. Let's get to it. Let's swap it out here. And let's go. Where are we going? Let's go here and here. Also, hold on. Let me tell y'all something. Art Jizzle, you know how we was talking about the thing with YSL and Woody and Kevin Stefanski? Why I started watching some of the highlights from the YSL trial. Woody, oh my goodness. Woody is a character. Woody is a character. Let me say that. Just had me dying laughing all over again. I'm like, man, what do we watch? I was watching Jerry Rice at NFL Life let me start over. I was watching Jerry Rice's NFL Life last night, and it made me wonder who was the last wide receiver to hold all the leverage of a franchise. He had more control than Steve Young. He might be the only one. As a receiver, man. He might be, Zedric, because if you really think about it, the NFL started to give all the control to the quarterback unless it was like a running back that they really, really, really felt good about. Besides that, he might be the last one. You might be right. I got to watch that, though. I got to watch the Jerry Rice football life. I got to watch that. Wet 11s, good morning. How you feeling? How you feeling? Ivar. Sapase. Hope everything is well for you down there in Florida. It's silly season for Cleveland media. They are in shambles and lying on demand. They are. That's why I said we're going to leave them alone today. No Cleveland media. We feeling good on this Friday. We're not bringing them into it. We are not bringing them into it. I wonder if, I don't know. See, I don't know if Michael Irvin had the full leverage because it was like a three-headed monster. It was that combination of Michael Irvin, Troy Aikman, and Emmitt Smith that collectively had the leverage. That's something to look into. That's definitely something to look into. D. Woody lost his son a couple months ago. I did hear about that. Yeah, that was no diss or nothing like that to Woody. It was just I was thinking of his on stand performance. That's what I was thinking about. But RP to his son. When practice start back this year, watch the Cleveland media change up. They won't have a choice. Maybe that's why Deion said that one person on stage knew he wasn't coming back to the 49ers. Steve didn't know, but Jerry knew. D, the new QB now is Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson needs more time to develop. Anthony Richardson did not play enough football in college, and he needs more time to develop. So he's going to have to go more the Sam Darnold route. He might need to go to two more teams before he's going to be to the level that he needs to be at. He might need to. D, your last stream was fire. This one, you need to go back and watch it. Too many gems and good messages to learn from. Shout out to you, Donnie King. Shout out to you. I appreciate that. Funny enough, I do all my own editing. It's a one-man band over here. So I do go back and I watch my whole streams back. And because I'm editing and stuff like that. The funny thing is, me and Shanithia were talking about this on Patreon. The parts that I enjoy of my stream the most are when we're not even talking about football. We might be talking about blue cornbread. We might be talking about, shout out to Key Mathis, greens going in the washing machine. We might be just talking about something random. You know, somebody asking you to bring pop to the cookout or barbecue, Thanksgiving. So those are the parts that I enjoy personally the most, funnily enough. Funny enough. See, our Jizzle don't want him. Our Jizzle said, y'all can have AR. You see that? If it was a quarterback that we should be looking at, our Jizzle wouldn't be giving him away. He said we can have him. We can have him. Dion didn't know until he saw someone practicing with his 21 on. Yes, he said that again on Rich Eisman when he was on Radio Row for the Super Bowl. I watched it when I was younger, but looked at it new eyes after those comments about Dion. He ran off after they got into it during the Super Bowl week. Keith Mathis, what is going on? What is going on? Happy Friday to you as well. Cleveland media is anything but Shedeur. They are. Definitely hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button on the way in. Hit the like button on the way in. Hit on the way in. Dual purpose motivation. I'm excited about CU. I'm going to show you why I'm excited about CU. Shout out to Bucky. Shout out to Well Off Media. We're showing this because we're going to hear a lot from CU coaches, but these coaches also are providing us with our motivation. So we're going to be efficient today. Dual purpose. Shout out to Bucky, Well Off Media. I'm going to show a couple clips from there. This is about a 28-minute video. Make sure y'all tap in and watch the whole thing. But I really enjoyed this. Let's get to it.
Yeah, when you talk about view, sometimes you can't have anything to do with your location, right? But it is all about your vision, right? For me, it's not about just seeing things, it's about vision. And your vision is going to do three things. It's going to give you fuel every day. So if you wake up every day and have a vision for what you want to become, what we all want to become together, it's going to fuel you. When the workout's going to fuel you in your extra work, like we talk about, it's going to make you a psychopath at what you want to do to be great at what you do. The second thing is it's going to give you a focus. And that focus, if you'll notice, is a U.S. in there. It ain't about you, it's about us. So when you wake up every day, if your vision is right, your focus will be right. And then your focus is on what your view is. And the last thing is this. When you have the right vision, you'll have the right finish. You'll have the right finish. Because if you put in the time to make sure that I'm focused, if I put in the time to make sure I have the right fuel, then I'll make sure with all that time spent that we're going to finish. We talked about it this morning. There's one thing we want to do here. Let's don't get it twisted. Win. Does everybody understand that? Win. Whatever it takes, whenever it's necessary, and what is next. Let's make sure today, hey, we take that to another level and be winning today.
Mic drop right there. Mic drop right there. Tessa, what's going on? How you feeling? Every time he speaks, I'm like, dang, this coach right here, he would have got the best out of me. He always dropping gems. His energy is on a different level. So I just love it. Definitely make sure you check out this full video. Make sure you check it out. We're going to get to a little bit more. D, I love Coach Niblet from CU. He is not going to be there long. Somebody is going to come knocking. I agree with that. That's me inferring that Jerry took everything too serious, but Dion could work hard and play also. He was partying on a Wednesday at that, not like it was Saturday before the game. People respond differently to how you function and what you do. Black Pearl, I like him. He definitely makes you want to suit up. He does. He got that energy. When I'm telling y'all, I feel differently about CU this year. That's coming from a place of the leadership they have in place. Leadership is so important, and the leadership that they have this year is really, really good. Really good. So we had to play him. Y'all know who else I like, y'all. Y'all know I'm a big fan of, here we go, Brendan Marion. Soon we were talking about the Coach Prime coaching tree. Yeah, this staff that he assembled this year is really good, y'all. It's really, really, really good. I'm excited for it. Let's see.
Without vision, the people will perish.
Right.
It's biblical. And so for me, like I think about when Coach said view, I had a lot of views I didn't want to see. Right? And we, offense, defense, I'm sure you're starting to share your stories. We all have things that we did not want to see. When I was a kid, I saw Section 8, My mom getting thrown down the step, like domestic abuse, like everything that I did not want to see. And in my head, I said, man, I gotta change this. In my heart, me and Jay Field talked about this. You have it in your heart, your mind, your spirit that this has to be different. This has to change. And I'm the one that's gonna change it. All of us have the ability to change the way that we see what we see. We can change that. Sometimes we forget that we're special, that we got that dream in our heart. That's why we're in this room. Everybody in this room is different. Whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not, you're different. That's why you're in this room. You're not no average ass regular person. Because if you were, you'd be back home in them same views that you were running from, that you didn't want to be in. So now that we have this view, we can continue to change it every day, right? And Coach talked about it this morning. I'm already successful, but I want to win. So last year I was a head coach. And the next guy that got the job after me said, why did you hire so many people? It's because I want to bring people up too. I want them to change their view. So I'm in this room right now. I'm telling everybody in here, why not us? Why can't we make it the view we want it to be? I always tell the offense, close your eyes and feel confetti falling down on you. That's the view I want at the end of the season. I hope that's the view y'all want.
How we do anything is how we.
Y'all, these coaches dropping bars. These coaches are dropping bars. We're going to play one more, but I just wanted y'all to hear. I wanted y'all to hear that. Just the energy, the vibes, the passion, the leadership is there. I feel different, y'all. I feel different about CU. I feel different about Cleveland. And I'm telling y'all why. This is before I seen any player catch a pass, tackle anybody, run for 50 yards or anything. I feel different about these two teams. And I'm telling y'all early, before anybody else is saying it, this is what my gut is telling me, and I'm telling y'all. So, Marie said, chill, sis. Coach Niblett just came in from a high school. We will keep him at least a few years. Said, let him live. Let him live a little bit. Those words are key. I am going to be the one that makes the change. When I said it was dropping bars in this is why I said this is dual purpose. I said this shows how excited I am, and this shows how motivated that they are and how they should be motivating the young men who are looking at them, because the coaching staff he put together is on a different level this year, and I feel really, really, really good about it. Really good. So I said, look, you know what? I don't really show Bucky videos like that, but we got to show this so y'all can understand why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. Sometimes you got to put in video for him. Maya, what's going on? How you feeling? To me, CU and the Browns marry each other a lot. You know what, Latika? That's something I noticed last year. Last year, I remember, and remember, this is no diss to Caden Salter, but I was looking at Caden Salter, and I just thought that mentally he got shook, and they needed to move on from him. They were trying to give him every chance to put his best foot forward, but he just was shook, and he couldn't shake it. He couldn't bounce back. We saw the same thing with Joe Flacco. We saw the same thing with Dylan Gabriel. They were shook. And you needed to move on to the quarterback that wasn't shook. So they were similar last year, and I think they're similar this year. They're similar this year. New energy, new excitement, new passion, new leadership, new drive. That's what I see. That man is anointed to do this. God is going to call him to a high platform. He will be in the NFL next 7 years. I can see it. He got the passion for it. Jerry's daughter said you could tell in the house at the point in time that Deion wasn't considered a friend. Got to side eye him now. Oh my goodness. Coach Prime just assembled and addendum to his potential head coaching tree. These coaches' motivation speaking is fire. That's why I had to use it. Y'all know I'm very hesitant to play Bucky stuff because I want y'all to watch it. When I was watching this, I said, man, we got to cover this. Coach Prime on fire. Coach Prime got some like-minded individuals around him. For real. So it's like The message is clear through every single coach. Every single coach is clear. That sounds like a plan, but please let us keep him for a few years. Yeah, let him stay for a few years. Coach Marion had all the reasons in his life to go bad, but instead he chose to be better, to be great. That's resilience. That is. Like he told me, he said hard times can be a barrier or you can use it to break records. He responded to my post on X, and that's what he said, and it's true. Thank God it's Friday, y'all. It's just Maya. We feeling good. We going into a good weekend. Coach Prime and the Avengers coaches. I agree. I picked up on it last year also. Yeah, last year I was noticing it. I was like, how could we really be going through the same thing in both places? I'm looking forward to next CU season. I love a redemption story. I'm right there with you, Maya. I'm right there with you. Jealousy is a terrible thing. It's sad. I agree with that. K-Salt looked like a deer in the headlights. I was pulling for him, but it just didn't work. It didn't work. You see Julian is being highlighted as one of the college QBs to watch this year. I do. So it's far down in the weeds, the go-go offense, but besides the way that Coach Marion speaks and his leadership he brings, he created an offense to take advantage of weaknesses and tendencies of defense, and that's another core reason why I'm excited about the go-go offense. I didn't really get to the weeds with it too much with y'all yet, but I'm telling you, the go-go offense in the red zone is going to be a problem for teams. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. What happened to K-Salt, by the way, was iTunes his last in college. Last year was his last year. I think your autocorrect got you, but last year was his last season of college, Donnie. The bot is tripping. Time to folks out again. Part-time bot. I told you, like, the bot just, when people come in here and they be spamming it during watch parties, the bot just be chilling, sitting back, doing nothing. Then, now, for no reason, the bot is timing people out. It's a part-time bot, y'all. Part-time bot. Coach Prime said 2026 is the Sanders season. I agree, and I see it. Sorry, I had my typing on Dutch, not on English. What happened to K-Salt? Was it his last year in college? All good. I was trying to work through it. It was. It was his last year in college. Not Jerry Rice. I thought it was Steve Young this whole time. Coach Prime is a master at keeping controversial relationships out of the media. Nasty hands. He did. He has. Because nobody know who the issues were growing up. Julian reminds me a lot of Shedeur. I agree with that. Black Pearl. I'm telling y'all. When I'm telling y'all I'm excited about something, I'm telling y'all I'm excited for a reason. Is it the bot or the creator of the bot? Oh, Shanithia hit me with a dart. It might be. Your boy, it might be me. I got to give him some better commands. But he still show up late, though. He still show up late and ask for full-time pay, so that's on him. Craig, what's going on? Craig, what is going on? How you feeling? Let's get to this next coach. Then we're going to keep this thing moving forward.
How we do anything is how we do everything.
Not even 5 seconds in, y'all. I'm running this back. I want y'all to hear it. This is something I live by. How you do anything is how you do everything. I'm telling y'all, this is something to live by, because the person you are in one part of your life is the same person you are in another part. You're not going to be undisciplined in this part and disciplined in this part. That is not how it works, y'all. That is not how it works. You are who you are every day. Let me run this back. When he walked up like this, I said, come on now. Talk to him. Let's go about here. So I want y'all to hear this. I like this so much.
That's the view I want at the end of the season. I hope that's the view y'all want.
How we do anything is how we do everything. When I think about view, how we do anything is how we do everything. How do the coaches view you guys? Think about that every day. How do coaches view you? How do your teammates view you? When you walk around, you wake up every day, what do we see? Do we see leaders of men? Do we see followers? So every day you wake up, you got to make a decision. How do I want to be viewed when I walk in this building? That's how I see View. When we talk about location, be grateful. Be grateful for where you're at today. A lot of us had opportunities to go other places. Transfer portal guys, people that transferred in here. You had other opportunities, other places to go. But God sent you here. Right. You're here for a reason. All right? So let's make sure that we take advantage of that. All right? Make sure we come to work every day. Make sure, all right, we are grateful each and every day that we're here, that we're able to work with our brothers. That's how I see location. How will you be viewed every day?
All these coaches made a lot of great points.
Just they're on fire, y'all. They're on fire. They're on fire. They're on fire. Definitely go check out this full video. Bucky put this out a day ago. But this shows your excitement for these coaches. This shows your excitement and my excitement. He on the performance improvement plan for real. He got to step it up. He got to step it up. Because I got another bot that I was working on that might come in and take his job. Because the night bot, I could program it a little bit better, more clear. I'm so excited for this season. I'm telling y'all, CU and the Browns, I'm excited. I'm excited for both of them. Both of them. Not on the PIP. Yeah, he got to perform. I think all my comments are on mute. Maybe it's the bot. I'm seeing your comments here, Anderson. I'm seeing them. See, Anderson, type another comment so I can make sure I see it. Make sure I'm not missing it. Type another comment. I want to see if I'm seeing it. Do you have to go to Chris Marv, the running backs coach? Which part of the video was his? What 11s? Which part of the video? Let me know the time step you want me to go to. What 11s? I stopped listening to Cleveland media. You have to. You got it. Hey, let them go. Let them be. D, the Cleveland media was even peddling CJ Stroud. I said, now they're really crazy. How could we go back? How could we trade for CJ Stroud? We're going to have to pay him and trade draft capital for him. So they want a repeat of what they were mad about with Deshaun Watson. They want to go do it over again. That's what I'm saying, y'all. This Cleveland media is scrambling and scraping for stories. They're scrambling and scraping for things to talk about. And that's why there's no place for them on this episode. Okay. Yep. See you, Anderson. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing your comments here, Anderson. Because it just came right through. So I am seeing your comments. I am seeing them. Let's make sure that I didn't miss none. I got your Jerry Rice comment. And let's see if I missed anything before that. Let's see. I got y'all hit the like button. I missed TV programs. I think that's the only one I missed. Let's see. Yeah, I think I only missed when you said TV programs. I saw that and was like, is this AI? They're just doing too much. That's why Cleveland media didn't make the cut today. Cleveland media is out of things to talk about. They are. They are. Yeah, let me know the time step. I'll keep that when you show me the time step. Let's go here. I want to show y'all something. Let's go here. And then we're going to go here. All right, y'all. Shout out to Laila Edwards. Shout out to Laila Edwards, y'all. Cleveland's, or actually she's from Cleveland Heights. She's from the Heights. They call it the Heights in Cleveland. She's from the Heights. But she is from Cleveland Heights. Cleveland's Laila Edwards becomes the first black woman to win Olympic gold in hockey with Team USA. Team USA. I got you at 11s. Shout out to her. Just a historic run. Glad to see it. I like her confidence too. She said she is the best athlete from Cleveland Heights, and I like that confidence. You know what I'm saying? I like it. Travis Kelce, Jason Kelce went to Cleveland Heights. They went to the Heights. So shout out to her. Shout out to her. So if you've been watching the Olympics, she's definitely did her thing. So shout out to her. Shout out to Team USA. Making history. Making history, y'all. Making history. Shout out to her. It's all good, seeing Anderson. It's all good. I got you. I think he is at 605. All right, perfect. He is 605. I got you. We'll get that. What 11s? As Bucky said, people get paid on X for engagement, and the surefire engagement name is Shedeur Sanders in a tweet. That is a fact. That's a fact, CO7111. Daisha, what's going on? Black Girl Magic. Yeah, she's doing her thing. She is doing her thing. Congratulations to Laila. Happy Friday, y'all. What's going on, Detroit Gemini? I've always heard those girls from the Heights were pretty. Ivy League Mac, that's what they used to say. You know what I'm saying? So if you went to a Cleveland public school, they will always talk about the Heights, because you got Shaker Heights, you got Euclid Heights, you got Cleveland Heights. So they will always talk about the Heights. And then it's a place in Cleveland called Huff, which is more of a rougher neighborhood. And they rebuilt it, and they tried to start calling it Huff Heights. They wanted to steal that Heights name. So just a little Cleveland history for y'all right there. What I've noticed about Cleveland media is they are lazy. It's all regurgitated social media takes that they had the day before, not able to come up with their own material. Cedric with a bar. Another thing that Shanithia and I were talking about on Patreon, Shanithia was saying basically everything is reaction content. Nobody really has original content. They're not being true to who they really are. So it's funny that you picked up on that, Cedric. Shanithia also picked up on that. I see it. Reaction content is part of it, but what makes you different than everybody else is what's going to make you stand the test of time. So that's what I see. She is awesome, and I love this. I am looking for the day that this is the normal and not the first. Shanithia is on a roll today, y'all, and I love it. Shanithia is on a roll today. Congrats. Once we get a chance at any sport, we become the best. That's a fact. Talk to him, Detroit Gemini. Even Deshaun Watson and his wife was throwing up the wrist sign. They were, both of them. But the Cleveland media will tell you that Tua is not the man. They're trying to. Only thing is, we don't believe them. We don't believe them. All right, let's go back. What 11 said at the 6:05 mark. That's funny. This is who I was going to start with. Let's go here. Here we go. Once we get in, we take over. That's a fact. Let's go. Here we go with 11s.
First and foremost, to me, I'm a believer, right? So how does my father view me? I'm already loved. I'm already enough. He's given me gifts that I haven't even fulfilled to this point, right? So I'm already enough. I'm already loved. So if I operate from that standpoint, then I can go do anything with no fear, because it's already written for me. You understand that? Yes, sir. And then it's about, how do I view myself? I understand other people got opinions, other people have perspective, but the longest conversation that you're ever going to have is the one that you have with yourself. So how do you view yourself? And you got to make sure that you do this too now, because a man tells himself one or two things every morning. When you look in the mirror, you tell yourself the truth or you tell yourself a lie. So make sure how you're viewing yourself is accurate. Seek feedback from other folks, people whose opinion you respect and whose opinion that you will follow. About to go with that? Yes, sir. Yeah, when you...
Let me tell y'all. If you're not excited about CU, I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. At this point, you might just be just a hater. That's probably what it is. Laila, you go, girl. Once we get in, we take over. No Cleveland media today. My brain can't take it. Yeah, no Cleveland media today. I'm giving y'all a break. I need a break. We taking a break. Blind Beauty, what's going on? Facts, Maya. That's when they want to change the rules. Yeah. Once we see that our skills that we naturally have are transferable, that's when they want to change it. That's when they want to change it. In high schools, the black boys are taking over lacrosse. If you think about the skill set needed to play lacrosse, it is very similar to football. It's very similar to baseball. It's very similar. Very similar. So they're transferable skills. Transferable. D, thank you for the historical height analysis, but you didn't say if the pretty level was true or if the pretty label was true. I see you. That's why I was laughing as that comment came through. Hey, I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're right. You heard correctly, Ivy League Mac. You heard correctly. Make it clear for you. You heard correctly. I'm glad these detractors are exposing themselves to be so resentful. They're willing to destroy their own platforms, and watching them fade into oblivion will be a pleasure. CO7111. Year 2 will not be like year 1. It won't be the same. Yes, the rule, not the exception. Cedric, I am enough. Man. Hey, y'all dropping bars today. Y'all dropping bars today. Y'all dropping bars. Everybody. D, I never realized how many black QBs they have in the NFL. We taking over one team at a time. Taking over Detroit Gemini. Telling on themselves every day. They are. Ivy League Mac, I cleared it up for you. I cleared it up for you, Ivy League Mac. I cleared it up for you. It's about to be black GMs like that too. I agree with you. Funny, I woke up today saying I'm blocking all Cleveland media on YouTube. Already blocked them on IG. Yeah, you just got to remove it. You got to remove it. Oh, it's a backup QB on every team. Every team is a backup. Every team. So it's at least 2 on every team. My nephew is on the national 12 and under lacrosse team, Black Magic. Shout out to your nephew. Shout out to him. It's transferable skills. So it also gives you the opportunity to play sports more year round. So if you think about it, a lot of guys who are really good younger, if you play football season's over, you can train in the off season, but it's nothing like having another sport that you can train for that also highlights things that you will use in your main sport. So that's how athletes used to get better. They used to get better by playing other sports. So shout out to your nephew. My president is black. I think he said my Lambo's blue, right? My president is black. My Lambo's blue. I think that's what it was. Don't let me change the lyrics. My QB is black. Talk to him. Telling y'all on fire today. Y'all are on fire today. Yeah, I think Jeezy said my president is black. My Lambo's blue. I think so. I could be wrong. But I'm picking up what you put down, Shanithia. I'm picking up what you putting down. Yeah, he plays 3 out of the 4 seasons. His mama won't let him play football yet. Nothing wrong with that. 12 years old, you don't need to be taking those hits. You can definitely build up a good base to go into football as you get a little bit older. Don't have kids taking those hits younger if they don't need to. All right, let's keep it moving forward. Let's see. You take this down. Yeah, Latika, I had to think about it. I'm like, yeah, that Lambo was blue. When I was about to say it, I'm like, I think the Lambo was blue. I think it was. That's that Jeezy and Nas right there. My president is black. New Cleveland is Black History Month. I'm telling y'all on fire. Making history in Black History Month for Layla. I'm watching the Vic Experience and didn't realize him and his wife produced a on Prime evolution of Black QVs. It's on my weekend watch list. Hold up. Hold up, CO7111. Emmitt been on something else. He been on another level. He's saying, I'm going to say what it is. I'm going to say what it is. Let's see. Evolution of the Black QV. I got to check that out. Y'all know I'm old school, so I got to go write some stuff down. Y'all adding to this list of everything I got to watch. All right, got it. Got it there. Got it there. Where are we going next? We're going here. We're going here. I'm going to rep my daughter today because Black ballerinas in the initial stages of takeover, they are serious athletes that fly under the radar. Let's go. Let's go. We can do anything we put our mind to, y'all. And I hope y'all are seeing that. And I hope that's something that y'all are definitely letting your kids and young people know they can do anything they put their mind to. New Cleveland. Got to watch that too. Oh, Shanithia already watched it. Yeah, I got to check that out. I definitely got to check that out. Shout out to Shanithia's daughter. Making it happen as a ballerina. Making it happen. C.A. Anderson put this in the group chat on Patreon. And there's some key dates. So you see February 17th. February 17th, you're seeing a franchise tag. So they just got to 17th. But let's do this. Let me pull it up. I got it here. We're going to do some explaining. Let's go here and here. Okay. All right. So 2026 NFL franchise tag window opens today. This is from the 17th. So we saw that 17th date. We saw that 17th date here. Where we go? Here. Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean? So first, we need to talk about what a franchise tag is. Franchise tag is a tool that's used for a player where you're in a position where you need to extend their contract, but you haven't really came to terms with it. And to secure that player so they're not able to go into free agency and just negotiate with any team, you franchise tag him. You're forced to play the average from the top contracts of that player. That's how much it's worth, but it also buys you time to negotiate with said player. Now, there is a window that you have to tag players. It starts Tuesday, February 17th. It runs through March the 3rd at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is where you have to notify who you are using a franchise tag on. You don't get unlimited uses of a franchise tag. It's not something that you can just throw on anybody. The franchise tag, you get one guy. Franchise one guy. You can't franchise 7 guys. You can't franchise half a team. It's not how it works. So usually, this is for your top. This is for your top player. We're gonna use Marie's Dallas Cowboys. George Pickens showed he's very explosive at wide receiver. Played really well in Dallas Cowboys offense. They want to work out a contract for him. They're franchise tagging George Pickens. So they're buying themselves time to work out a long-term deal with him, or they'll pay him 1 year at the top average amount for a wide receiver. And you can do this to a player 2 times. 2 times you can do this. Once you have been franchise tagged 2 times, you cannot be franchise tagged anymore. That is basically what happened to Kirk Cousins. That's why Kirk Cousins kept getting all those good deals. He was franchise tagged twice. Now they got to open the checkbook when they want him. So this is that franchise tag. This is that franchise tag window. So you'll hear people saying they were franchise tagged. Y'all will hear that going forward. That's the window that you can use it. That's what it means. Usually, players only at certain positions is worth franchise tagging. Defensive end, wide receiver, quarterback, players that command a lot of money. You rarely see, I don't know, a fullback getting franchise tag. It's a high value player that usually will get franchise tag. So that's the franchise tag. They're going to show some more. Non-exclusive tag. This is the one we just went over. Exclusive tag. Exclusive tag means you have the sole rights to negotiate with that player. D, is that the 5th-year option? No, 5th-year option is different. 5th-year option is where you have to decide if you want to re-sign a player on their rookie contract and guarantee that 5th year. If a player is good, usually their 5th-year option on their rookie deal gets picked up, no hesitation. No hesitation. Franchise tags usually don't happen on rookie contracts, usually, because it will bump their salary up so much that it will be too much. It'll be too much. You will hear more transition tags. You'll hear more transition tags later on. This is a lower level, so it's 3 different levels. The one that they want to use is the exclusive one. You can only talk to us. They really have the intent to sign you to a long-term contract. And then if you want to be able, to read this article, I'll drop it here for you from NFL.com if you want to go dig into this a little bit more. But I thought this was great. I thought this was great because we're seeing these things and you're kind of wondering, what does this mean? Who is this for? Who should use it? So, where did we leave off at? We left off. Shedeur probably at practice right now, working. He probably is. Evolution is good. I agree with that, Sophia. Thanks for doing that. C. Anderson, I wanted to know what the franchise tag means too. Plus, I still don't really understand how the cap works. All right, real quick. Salary cap. Just think you got a set number. Think about it like a bank account. You got $100 in your bank account. You can spend $100 on players, unless you have players under contract. So you have $50 worth of players under contract already. That's $50 you can't use because it's already tied up. Now you have $25 worth of dead money. Dead money is air money. It's money you can't use. You don't really owe it to anybody. It's more of a penalty. If you have dead cap money, you got to pay it regardless. So in turn, you would have $25 left in your salary cap you can use to re-sign new players. So that's just a very simple, easy way to break down the salary cap so it's easily understandable and you can digest it quickly. So everyone has franchise tag, Shedeur except the Browns. No, Shedeur's still on his rookie contract, so he's not gonna get franchise tag yet. He not. I enjoyed it. It was really good talking about the Michael Vick show. D, do you think Devin Bush getting franchise tag? No, I think they'll be able to work out a deal. He fits this system so much. He fits the system so well, and this is where he's had the most success after being a first-round draft pick. So I think it's probably in his best interest to re-sign with the team. Also, he has some off-the-field things that he had to clear up, and the Browns stuck beside him. So it will be in his best interest to probably try to work out a deal with the Browns. That's just my guess. The Cowboys tagged George Pickens. They did. This is a great topic and helps keep educating us. I love it. Yes, we're going to learn over here. We already spoke about the 5th-year option. They have to be out of their rookie contracts, right? To be franchise tagged, yes. That's usually after a rookie contract because this is how it goes. This ties into what T. Anderson asked. So if you're a rookie, 4 years, they guarantee your 5th year. That's the 5th-year option you hear about. They guarantee your 5th year. If they were looking to franchise tag you, you would have to be in a position where it was going to be worth it for them to bump up your pay that much. Usually they try not to tag you coming off your rookie contract. They try not to. If they can avoid it, they try to avoid that. Let's see. Thanks, D. I learned so much when I'm here. I appreciate you. No problem, Daisha. We appreciate you being here. I've been waiting for someone to break down the salary cap. If y'all got more questions, let me know. So what does this mean for Patrick Mahomes? They restructured his cap so they have more money for the team, but doesn't he still get all of his money? Yes. So they kind of just changed the label of how you get the money. So they'll change it to a bonus. They'll change it to markers that you hit. So, if you play 50% of snaps, you get this bump or this bonus. So, restructuring is a way that you get your money and help out the team with moving around dead cap money to make more money available. For instance, when they put out that bogus article saying Denzel Ward should be cut, they were saying that based on his dead money cap hit. The Browns can restructure or extend Denzel Ward and change that dead money cap hit. You would never be getting rid of him right now. So that's just different things they could do. Can't negotiate with other teams on a non-exclusive tag, and if they're offered a deal, the team has to match it. Yes. Usually teams use that, but you only use that if you have a sense that the person is thinking about leaving and you don't want them to leave. So it's all about the type of control you want to have from the team. All good, Black Pearl. I got y'all. I was glad Devin was able to bounce back. I thought he'd be the next great Steelers linebacker prior to his fall off. Different system. NIL is another discussion topic I think will be good. The Press Room Breakdown just released a podcast on the impact. It's an ESPN thing they put out about it too. So that might not be bad. Let me copy this.
I can't believe the sleep apnea pillow exists.
All right, let me make sure I
exists. So I almost made the dumbest mistake of my life.
Stop talking. Yeah, that wouldn't. All good. Okay, I got that. Didn't the Cowboys franchise tag Dak after his rookie contract? I think they did. Yeah, they were in a different position. So Dak was not a first round pick. So if you're a first round pick, you get that 5th year. So that's why you see teams want to draft quarterbacks in the first round so they get that 5th year option. Dak was not a first round pick, so they had the 4 years and they had to make a decision sooner. And that's why they end up using the franchise tag. But that was only because he wasn't a first round pick. They didn't get that 5th year. They didn't have that 5th year option to basically buy themselves time to fully make the decision and work on a new contract. So that's why Dak was a little bit different. So in a perfect world, if you have a quarterback who is not drafted in the first round, you want to work on extending them earlier because you don't have that 5th year to decide. So you got to know how you really feel about it. Hockey was invented by black people. Hockey was invented by black people or white people. Another thing that they stole from black people, look it up. Black Americans need to start learning history or what the white people tell you. Donnie King, you talking. A lot of things usually, no, let me say this right. A lot of things are stolen and the person who created them don't get the appropriate accreditation for it. So what is the franchise QB? Is that just a name or are they naming them during this date? In this article, they were just naming them because usually you see it with quarterbacks. So like, usually you see it with quarterbacks. So right here in the article, exclusive franchise tag. So the exclusivity raises the pay scale. The exclusive tag is 1 year tender that averages the top 5 salaries at the player's position for the current year or 120% of the previous salary, whichever is greater. We might call this the franchise quarterback tag as it generally used only on players who other teams will gladly give up 2 first-round picks to sign. So that is a very, very valuable player. Very valuable player. Very valuable player. So they just highlighted it because it normally only gets used on a quarterback. Sorry, I was trying to ask a question, meaning to say they can't negotiate with other teams. Miss K, you all good? You all good? This discussion between us, we asking the questions. It's all good. It's all good. So it just depends on which tag they use to determine if you can negotiate with other teams. D, because of the deal that Shedeur has with the Browns, once he shows the world what we all know about him, can he get a big contract at the end of his third year? If Shedeur has the year, like you said, that we expect him to have, they will be smart to extend him at the end of his third year, or at least work the framework of extending him going into that fourth year, so they don't have to worry about what the Cowboys went through with Dak Prescott. Once you identify him, you gotta get him that next contract. Get him that next contract. To me, it's just a title for great and established QBs. I see it as something a QB work towards. Great way to put it, Cedric. Great way to put it. The Cowboys must have figured out some benefit to using that exclusive tag because they use it frequently. They use it twice on Dak, use it on D-Law, now Pickens. It may have been someone else. You know what, Miss K? It's actually the opposite. It's a negative impact. So this is what the Cowboys have done that has cost them. They have players that they want to sign, and instead of working out a deal at the current value or working out them a year early, the Cowboys wait till the last year, franchise tag you, and every time they pay somebody, they play them at the top of the market. So the Cowboys have lost players because of how they do it, and they fracture relationships because of how they do it. So the Cowboys, they don't do it well. Once you realize Dak was the guy, it shouldn't have took you franchise tagging him twice. You should have extended him going into his fourth year and paid him, because the difference is Dak could have been a $30 million a year quarterback. Instead, on his second deal, they paid him $60 million a year. So the Cowboys, they didn't do it right. And you saw D. Lawrence left and went to Seattle. Fractured relationship. They're using it on Pickens. The Cowboys don't negotiate the best for some reason. They always pay at the top of the market. What is the latest with K. Salter? Did he get invited to any Senior Bowls? I haven't followed up on him. I will have to look more into it off stream, but I haven't really followed up on him that much. Cleveland, out of all other teams, shouldn't be using the term franchise QB sets unrealistic expectations. They should be looking for someone to stabilize that position. Definitely a better way to word it. Which wide receiver are you looking at for Shedeur this upcoming season? I want them to draft Cardinal Tate. If Cardinal Tate is off the board, I want them to draft the lineman at 6. I like Denzel Boston at 24. I like KC Concepcion. I like Surratt out of Indiana. I like Branch out of Georgia. It's a bunch of receivers they could get. They got a lot of options. Like Miles and Ward are franchise for Cleveland. If they got to a point where they couldn't negotiate a contract with Myles Garrett, then they would franchise tag him. They haven't had to use it yet on Myles Garrett or Denzel Ward. They both just re-signed. Do y'all think Shedeur will change the landscape of taking QBs in the first round when he is graded QB at such a discount? No, I think they will. I think what Shedeur could do is make them go with their first thought and get QBs earlier. So then you can have more control in that fifth year. So they won't pass up. They'll just say, you know what? We believe in him. His situation should have an opposite impact. It should have an opposite impact. It should make them say, we're taking them early to have more control instead of negotiating early. So I think that's what it should do. Right, I thought they were working backwards, but they keep doing it. That's why I figured they must know something I don't. I'm fed up with them like I am with the Cleveland media. It's all good, Miss Kate. Yeah, they kind of hustling backwards, pairing everybody at the top of the market. Cold take, Jerry Jones is going to drag this deal out with Pickens when it's time. He probably is, and it's not the smart thing to do. Daisha, I like Surratt. I like Surratt too. I like Tate over Jordan. I think Tate is the best wide receiver in the draft. Ivy League Mac, I agree with you. My concerns with Jordan Tyson are the injuries he's had. Lower leg injuries for a receiver can just change everything. And with his history, I just wouldn't take him in the top 10. Because your body needs to be on your side. Your body needs to be on your side. So I wouldn't take him that early. What about Lemon? Just a little bit too small for me. I think he is a little bit better version of Isaiah Bond. Let me say this right. Let me not compare. Let me not try to do that. I want a bigger receiver. So to me, Lemon is a game changer. He could be good. He's more of a luxury than he is somebody like a Carnell Tate. I believe you need a bigger, faster receiver, run the whole route tree. So that's how I would say it. I don't want to put nothing bad on anybody or say nothing like that. Selmo Fudd, what's going on?
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woo, woo. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woo, woo. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go.
Selmo Fudd, what's going on? Thank God it's Friday to you as well. They still reach for some QBs like J.J. McCarthy. Big reach for J.J. McCarthy. What about Sincere Brown out of Colorado? He's 6'5", and he runs a 4.4. Fast dude. My type of receiver. My type of receiver. Who could be a matchup nightmare for defenses. Some people are comping Jordan Tyson and Jerry Jeudy. I don't think they watch Jordan Tyson then. Jerry Jeudy is good with one move quickly in space. But I don't think he has. Jerry Jeudy does not have the top end speed. He doesn't have the top end speed that Jordan Tyson have. So yeah, people comparing them are just being lazy. They're being lazy. I think Cleveland should use both first round picks on offensive line to pick up a wide receiver in the second or third rounds. If they can get Carnell Tate at 6, I would take Carnell Tate. If not, if they can't get Carnell Tate at 6, I would go offensive line. And it just depends on how the draft fell. I like Denzel Boston a lot. If I can get Denzel Boston at 24, I would take him. But I'm not opposed to them going offensive line 2 times in the first round. I'm not opposed to it. Yeah, D, but most of these first round picks have not panned out as they thought. Plus, they don't seem to be hungry for the game like Shedeur. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I think teams are going to keep doing stuff the wrong way. They got a history. Teams got a history of doing things the wrong way. So I don't see them getting smart. I see them sticking to their guns and doing it the wrong way like they've been doing. If you are a team that passed up on Shedeur because of what you heard or thought you heard or anything like that, and now you need a quarterback, most likely you got fired. So I wouldn't do it the same way they're doing it, but I think they're gonna keep doing it that way. I would like to see a larger wide receiver. He needs to catch with his hands and not his body. I want him to be able to snatch the ball out of the air. Miss K, you speaking my language. That's why I like Carnell Tate. That's why I like Denzel Boston. That's why I like him. I agree, but I don't know if the O-line draft is that deep. You probably could go Mawa at 6 if he's still there, and then you could go the tackle from Georgia is going up the boards. I think his last name is Branch. I don't want to get it wrong. So it's tackles there, but that would be saying we are really going to solidify this offensive line. Janky, one move is dropping the ball. Yeah, they got to stop with these comparisons because they are making bad comparisons with players. Chris Brazo out of Tennessee, my sleeper pick. I gotta look more into him. It's free agency before the draft because I heard AB say that we're going to look at free agency before the draft. Let's go back. Let's get back. NFL Combine is February 26th. Legal tampering. I don't know why they put these weird names to stuff. Legal tampering. So instead of just saying you can start talking to, guys on your team and you can start talking to agents and start negotiating, they call it legal tampering, which is whatever. Teams can call agents, they can negotiate contracts, and they can agree to deals. I don't know why they call it legal tampering, but that's what they want to call it. That starts March 9th. March 11th, new league year begins. That's when contracts take effect and everything. So that's around this time. March 9th, we're going to start hearing players agree to contracts. Their agents are going to start putting it out. March 11th, them contracts can be put pen to paper. They do league meetings in Florida. That's going to be the 29th. And then the draft is not until April. Not until April. So I don't know why they picked the legal tampering name, but that's what they want to call it. But it's whatever. D, you don't want Downs because the crazy media said forget offense, just get him and worry about the offense later. Shaking my head. Yeah, that's why we skipped over Browns media today. Because we gonna keep this thing positive, y'all. We skipping past them today. Deep guard draft from what they're saying. Tackles drop off after top 100. Yeah, if you want to go two tackles, you got to take them early. You got to take them with your first 3 picks. In your first 3 picks, you got to get tackles. Otherwise, after that, you're going to miss out on the tackles. Do you think they'll get linemen through free agency? Maya, they have to because we just don't have enough linemen under contract. You want to have about 8 linemen under contract, so we definitely have to get some in free agency. Craig is right. Yes, it's before the draft. Legal tampering is nasty. I didn't really think about it that much until I really just looked at it. We need a wide receiver who can catch the ball with one hand. Yes, we do. Legal tampering, shaking my head for real. We need 2-hand catchers first, baby steps. Secure the ball first, then we get the highlight reel. Preliminary negotiation window seems more appropriate. It does. The media is trying to get AB fired with that Downs take. I agree. 2 months before offseason workouts finna be a problem. Talk to him. So some key dates. Hopefully y'all see it. That's what it means. Think about, is free agency only for players that contract are ups, and can a rookie go to a new team? That is for players who are not under contract. So if you have been waived, if your contract is ended, if you have been cut, you can go to a new team. If you are still under contract, you cannot move in free agency. This is only for players who are not under contract. Not under contract. Those are the ones who can move around. No contract, you're free to move around. You got no job, you can go get a new job. Those are the key dates. I want to show y'all something. Shout out to Toolman. I haven't seen Toolman in the chat. Toolman sent me this, and I was like, man, this makes me think. I wonder if the Browns had this problem. So I'm going to dive into the film and see if the Browns had this problem. But let's listen to
it. That I probably found a tell, and it may be one of the ones that the Seahawks coaching staff noticed. Let me go ahead and show you what I found.
Rookies are not free agents. That is correct. You think they'll re-sign some linemen like Whippler or Jenkins, maybe even KT Leviston? Cedric, they might have to sign all 3, man. They might have to sign all 3, Cedric. They might have to sign all 3. They probably have to, man. They might have to, man. They might have to.
Just be aware that once you see it, you'll notice it every time as you watch Patriots games from this previous season. All right, to get started, I'm going to show you 2 images side by side, 2 different plays, both out of the shotgun.
Then can rookies be legally tampered with? No, because any new rookies, they won't be on your team until after the draft. So anything with rookies, nothing. Rookies that get drafted this year negotiate contracts after the draft, and rookies who were drafted this past season, 2025, they're still under contract. So rookies, they got no movement, no control, or they have no opportunity for movement unless they get traded. We have heard nothing about Gage. Did they send him back to the practice squad? I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything about what they're going to do with Gage yet. I haven't heard anything. Once I saw this made me wonder if Cam Robinson had a tail like this. Let's check this out, y'all.
In the second quarter, and I took the sideline view, cropped it in a little bit tighter so you can get a better, tighter look of the offensive line for this play with this snapshot. Play on the left is going to be a run play, basically, for the offensive line. It's RPO, but the offensive line, they're just straight blocking run up front. And then on the right, this is going to be a drop back pass for the Patriots. Is there anything about the offensive line that you happen to notice with these plays? And I'll give you.
I'm thinking second year player. They're under contract. Nothing will change about a second year player. Now do they meet with future draftees through visits? They do. They start meeting with them, I believe, right after their league meetings. They start meeting with them on their visits. Let's see. I want to show y'all something. This made me really think about it. Look at his set. This is a run block set. This is a pass block set. I wonder if the Browns had anybody who was like this. Because when I saw this, I said, oh no. It's no way he's setting like this. That's so clear. They really need to work with him. They really need to work with him. It should not be this obvious what you're doing. But I thought this was a good breakdown of what happened to the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Then why they say Shedeur should ask to be traded? Those people didn't know what they were talking about, C.A. Anderson. All the people who said that, when Shannon Sharp said that, when I think Emmanuel Acho and them were saying that, they needed a Shedeur story, and they were just talking. He had no control, no leverage. You only ask for a trade when you have leverage. If you don't have leverage, you do not ask for a trade. So those people just didn't know what they were talking about. I hope Cam Robinson is on his way out of Cleveland. I wonder if he has a tail, and he might have to be. He might have to be. They are under 4 or 5 year deal when they enter the NFL, unless they were undrafted, I believe. Correct. I have a Cleveland media theory. They're attacking Shedeur and want any other QB but him as an attack on AB. They don't want him to be successful and still mad. He's probably been doing this all year. I agree. They don't like it. They don't like it. Shout out to Shanithia. Let's see here.
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Come to Off the Record D, where we gonna read your super chats. Your voice is gonna be heard.
Oh my God! Wow! I got money.
Shout out to Shanithia. Shanithia, we need this Friday energy. We need this Friday energy you brought today more often. Shout out to you. Enjoy having you in the stream. D, great podcast, fam. Enjoy the weekend. I have to go make that money. Go make the money. Go get to it. But shout out to you. Shout out to your energy. Shout out to your ballerina. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, as always, for everything. So shout out to you, Shanithia. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Film work told them all they needed to know. He's probably been doing this all year. He has. So in the longer, if we were to watch this whole video, you would see he was doing this the whole season. The entire season, Zedric. And I was like, dang, I wonder if the Browns had a tail like this. I wonder if they did. Cleveland media didn't even want Baker. They just lost. They didn't. They didn't want him. They didn't. Cleveland media didn't want nobody. They didn't want nobody. Nobody. Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Shanithia. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. So this was very telling. So this got me thinking about the Browns. I'm going to look into the Browns a little bit more to see if they have any tails like this. Super obvious. It's no way you can win with somebody showing this much. No way you can win this way. I wanted to show you all that. I thought that was good. Let's get to Denzel Ward at Super Bowl weekend. Talking about Shedeur. Shout out to Zedric. He put this on our docket. We're going to see what Denzel Ward said about Shedeur.
With that. So Cleveland sometimes gets a bad rap, and I want to give you a chance today to tell people something they don't know about Cleveland, some positives. You got to give Cleveland some love today. We're going to give Cleveland a little love.
Right. You know, hey, LeBron from Cleveland. So that's all you gotta say. LeBron from Cleveland. So that's all you need to know. But nah, the Browns, man, we about to pick it back up this season. Hopefully make the playoffs. And yeah, we trying to win some games and bring some winning back to the city.
I believe that. I believe that. Shedeur Sanders was named to the Pro Bowl this year. That was a little different. They said y'all had two Pro Bowl quarterbacks in Flacco and Shedeur. So. But talk about him and the growth that you've seen from him. Obviously, as a corner, you see it up close and personal. We understand these quarterbacks. We understand what they're seeing and the way they kind of try to diagnose and dissect these defenses. Did you see the growth that you expected from him this season?
Yeah, it's been well. I mean, like I said, he is just a rookie. He got all the confidence in the world. I think you need that at the quarterback position. And I think he's going to continue to develop and grow into a great player. And he did well. He made some mistakes, but I mean that's expected for a rookie. But just his growth and his willingness to want to learn and get better, I think is gonna go a long way for him.
Did you ever find yourself having conversations with him? You know, I think they're usually quarterbacks and corners, sometimes quarterbacks and receivers and corners have those conversations. What did you see here, especially great players like yourself? Did you find yourself going up to him and like, hey, I saw you do this, I saw you giving away this tail, or are you trying to let him learn the hard way?
Yeah, I'm really letting him learn the hard way. You know, I definitely stay in his ear though, but the most of the conversation is just trash talk. Like, you know, I'm about to pick you up all day in practice today, and you know, it's mostly just a trash talk, but I definitely try to stay in his ear, and you know, I'm always here for him whenever he needs some advice about something, or if I got a question, you know, I go ask him and see what he saw.
You've been in the league long enough.
Y'all hear it. He don't take it easy on him. It's tough love, but he is there for him, and he is proud of what he's done in his first year. So if you don't think this is your QB1, that's your fault. That's your fault. Need 12 wins and a divisional title so we can erase Kevin's legacy. Man, 1 year like that, 1 year like that, nobody would talk about him anymore. Nobody would. Shout out to Zedric for sending this. Y'all see it. That's QB1. Nobody has to ask any more questions. I'm letting him learn the hard way. Cold world. Hey, that's tough love. Hey, I'm here. Hey, he said I'm here if you got questions. If you got questions, I'm here. But, hey, I'm trying to pick you up. This is going to make you better. It's going to make you better. So I like it. Let's keep it rocking. So I started the stream with showing y'all the energy in CU, and I told y'all how I feel about CU. Now let's look at Bucky being asked a question about last year, and let's see if y'all feel the same way.
Really get into it. I'm glad we saved it. When I came to Colorado last year, I saw you, we chopped it up. You said, bruh, it feels different. I ain't ask you what you meant, but you said that. Yes, and sir. I was like, bruh, and it stuck in my head, and I saw as the season went and some of the stuff started coming out, I was like, you just kind of saw it was different. Yeah. How did you know so soon that the season was going to be different? This was in August.
It wasn't really any leaders, you know, and then my dad was gone for a minute. So it's like, I mean, other coaches were doing it, don't get me wrong. It was a great staff. It's a completely different staff now, but he really enforces a lot of different belief. Like stuff that, I mean, even to my eyes might be like, I thought that was a good job. He's a perfectionist. So it's like, his expectations are like set in their head. The way he thinks, the way he talk, like everyone speaks with the same lingo. Everyone thinks with the same mind, you know. So it'll be very different this upcoming season. But last season, I don't know. I really just didn't see any leaders on the team, like from most position groups.
Right. Leadership is important, and somebody who's been in them locker rooms on this side.
We see the leaders this year, y'all. Leadership is there. And I'm very excited for the leaders they got in the building. And he's going to go on to say later that he sees the leadership as well. So shout out to Duke and the Scoop. I just wanted to do a little contrast, how they felt last year to how they feel this year. Last season wasn't nothing to see with the Buffs. I agree. And they're going to be different this year. Good job, Denzel Ward. 12 is the one. I agree. I love Denzel. All the players know Shedeur is him. That's a fact. Brown's going to be having Bucky saying, ain't no party like a dog pound party because a dog pound party don't stop. I see you, Selma Fudd. I see you. Shedeur went back for 3 hours and said, ain't no dogs. It didn't take long to notice. If nothing else, they got the dogs in the coaching staff that's going to pull it out of people. They're going to pull it out of them. They're going to pull it out of them. Definitely go check out Duke with the Scoop. Definitely go check out Bucky's video he put out yesterday with the coaches. Let's get to what we are going to call the main event or the main topic of the show, the reason why y'all are here. Let's get to Emmitt Smith because he is speaking his mind.
Not only
too much talk, no substance last season. I agree with that. Show it. You got to show me. Show me what you're about. I remember C.A. Anderson asked me, or she asked the question, what makes a quarterback elite? I think that was the question. And I said processing. And that's the one thing that makes them elite. That is what separates quarterbacks to the next level. Let's listen to Emmitt Smith speak here.
Did he put in those hours of studying tape? He put in those hours of understanding the offensive system and how to manipulate it, how to make it work, and how to take us out of a bad play and put us into a better play. That right there is a whole nother level of football because he's playing chess against the defensive coordinator as we're playing chess.
Okay, so it's really up here.
Football is 90% mental, 10% physical.
Yeah.
So you just heard Emmitt Smith break it down. Football is 90% mental, 10% physical. Basically, everybody can make the throws. They got the tools. It's how can you process what is happening? How can you process what the defensive coordinator is trying to do? And how can you put the players on the offensive side of the ball in place to take advantage of what they're doing? So it's all about processing. That is the thing that takes you to the next level. It's about processing. And I know it was it seemed like it's just a simple, dry, quick answer, but it's the truth. That's what makes the difference. That's what makes the difference. When they get up and they talk on TV and they say you need to be able to throw the ball 90 yards, nobody does that often. Maybe once a season, if that. So is that arm strength stuff, I'm not worried about it. When they talk about, oh, you need to be able to run like Josh Allen, we watch Josh Allen with a path to the Super Bowl, not be able to get it done. So how can you process the game of football is what makes you elite. It's not exciting to hear. It's not like you're not gonna be like, oh, look at he's such a great processor. Because a lot of times you won't even recognize how good somebody is processing until you break down the film, then you will see it. That's when you'll see how good of a processor people are. So it's very important to watch the film and break it down. But you just heard Emmitt Smith break it down and say it. You just heard him do it. So when we hear people speak all this stuff about everything they're going to say about quarterbacks, just listen to what Emmitt Smith said. He just told you right there. Let's keep it going.
What would you say, what did you think of the moves that Shedeur?
Actually, let me get to a couple of these before we keep it moving. Duke has been putting out some great content. Maya, I agree with you. He has been putting out great content. Honestly, low-key, I'm not as excited about CU. I don't know any of the players. Their personalities don't stand out like the 2024 Buffs. They will have to grow on me. I think the players is a secondary thing. I'm so excited for the coaching staff, the leadership they're going to have in place. That is what I'm excited for, because if you got the right leadership in place, you can get guys to up their level of play. They can go up a notch that another coach wouldn't have been able to get out of them. So I'm excited about them. Even though there's a lot of turnover, so I can understand why you'll be kind of hesitant there, but I'm excited. Ralphie was the only one with the Buffs that walked it like he talked it. Ralphie only one walking like he talked it. Shedeur has been known for processing and picking defenses apart. Do you notice that was one of the first made-up narratives Kevin Stefanski was leaking to the Cleveland media? Yes, I do. What you got for us, Cedric? Let's see. Let me copy this link. What is Daniel Owusie talking about? And then we're going to get back to Emmitt. Oh, that's good. I like that. Oh, perfect. Shout out to you, Zedric. I like that. We're going to get to that after we wrap up this right here. I like that. Thank you.
Sanders made, and what would you say if you had a chance to talk to him? Which you probably have.
The moves?
Yeah.
The moves such as?
Him being accepted for the NFL or not being accepted for the NFL and all the press hoopla.
That was coming. I saw that coming a mile away.
Okay.
All because of who he was, who he is, and who he's the son of.
Right.
And what he was able to accomplish out of Jackson. When he was at Jackson, people were like, oh, that's Jackson State, blah, blah, blah. Then he go to Colorado, oh, that's Colorado. But yet he's throwing and he's doing the things that people didn't expect him to do. And then on draft day, I was completely disappointed in terms of how the NFL treated him. I'm gonna say the NFL. He was the biggest name coming out of the draft. There was no other kid in the draft that was more marketable than that young man.
Okay.
And in doing that, I think it sent the wrong message because there's no way he should have fell to the 5th round. No way. No way. I know that this kid was trained by an NFL quarterback himself.
Mm-hmm.
And meaning Jeff Blake.
Mm-hmm.
I know that this kid understands defense because his dad had to help him understand what was happening and understanding body languages and everything else. So he has a level of calmness and humility within him. He just plays with a chip on his shoulder. Some people would have got a pat on their back.
Mm-hmm.
Baker Mayfield was one of those would have got a pat on his back for his brashness. Johnny Manziel is another one that got pat on the back for his brashness. Shedeur just did the watch thing.
Why do some people get a pat on the back and some people don't?
Emmitt Smith Unleashed is what we need to call this because he is letting it known. He said, I got an issue with the NFL because the NFL did this. He said the NFL did this. No way he should have dropped. He was the most marketable. He was working with an NFL quarterback in Jeff Blake. That's how he worked on throwing the deep ball. The talent was there. You know his dad taught him about defenses. You know he taught him how to see the game. They made a mistake. It was a terrible mistake. It cost Shedeur. But it's no excuse for it now. And they're just putting it out there plain and clear. Plain and clear. Plain and clear. I saw Shedeur in the Pro Bowl showing Bowles how to push the defender in the chest, separate to catch the ball. I saw Bowles do it and get a TD. That's understanding right there, C. Anderson. They let their arrogance get in the way of business. Humans not having foresight. I agree with you. They realize it now, though. Shedeur is all over everything. Look at the NFL. Look at the Cleveland Browns. They get it now. What did Lethal Shooter say? I understand it now. They understand it now. They realize what they did. And I like that people are not dancing around the subject. D, do you think the NFL will try to retaliate against Emmitt's son coming out in this upcoming draft because of how he has been speaking the truth about what happened with Shedeur? They can try, but if you have talent, he has relationships that are stronger than what these GMs got going on. The same way Coach Prime did. They were saying, oh, they did this to get back at Coach Prime because they were fearful that Coach Prime could come into the NFL and flip it on his head. Emmitt Smith not looking to be a head coach in the NFL. So it won't even, it kind of won't have the same, it won't have the same outcome because they're afraid of Coach Prime coming into the NFL being a coach, and now he's not going to go into the NFL and coach. So if that was their goal, they were successful, but I don't think they would. I don't think they would do it anybody else. It'd be too obvious, because then you'll say, "Okay, we heard Emmitt Smith talk about Shedeur, stand on the table for Shedeur, and then now look what happened to his son." Especially if his son got the talent, it'll be way too obvious. Exactly what I said. The NFL sent the wrong message. What they meant for evil, God worked it out for good. What they showed is their real character. The spotlight is on them now. It's right there, right there on them. Emmitt is a great friend and was hurt by how they treated Shedeur. Was team does his son play for? I gotta look it up. I can't remember the college he played for. I gotta look it up. Look it up real quick. And they know he don't need the NFL to try to coach or anything like that. So, trying to do something to his son wouldn't make sense. Texas A&M. He played at Stanford for 3 years, and he played at Texas A&M. That's why when folks say it's not personal, it's business, I just laugh. They're lying. Totally lying. If they tried with Emmitt Smith's sons, then there will really be an uproar. Yep. They don't want Coach Prime in college football either, D. I know they don't, but they can't get rid of him now. They can't get rid of him now. Tell Colorado that basically we're going to crush your economy by Coach Prime leaving. They don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want it. Travel, tourism, money coming into Colorado. They don't want to lose that. They don't want to lose that. He's actually going to talk about his son in this interview too.
You see one guy and it's a pat on the back. You see one guy and you say he's cantankerous.
Also, last point I wanted to say. During draft time, right after the draft, I said, how could you like Baker Mayfield and then not like Shedeur, personality-wise, when it comes to confidence? I couldn't understand the confidence side of it, because to me, the biggest issue they had with Shedeur was his confidence. And I was like, how do you like this guy but not Shedeur? Baker was confident from the moment he got to Cleveland, but they had an issue with it with Shedeur. So it's funny that he selected those people that he called out where they liked it for them. Plus his son play running back. They don't bother them too much. More QB, the team leaders. I agree. D, do you know what round they have projected for his son? Let's look it up. All right, so this is what I found quickly. They're saying projection is an undrafted free agent. After starting at Stanford and transferring to Texas A&M, he did not secure a starting role, leading to low draft consensus rankings. Despite the low projection, he is considered to have potential as a pass-catching back with good hands. He is officially declared for the 2026 NFL Draft. So he would need to go to a creative system that knows how to use running backs out of the backfield, like as in a creative way. That's what we would need.
Because it's the language that people want to use when they don't understand the individual of color. As we know through history, you go through history, you look at history itself. Everything that's described of a person that has a personality of this too, there's always a negative thing tied to him. A person down on the other side, oh, he's a competitor. They use different words.
Okay.
And it comes out of the booth the same way. It comes out of the booth the same way when they're analyzing games.
Is it worse? Obviously, you're saying it's worse for a person of another race. But is it hard to be you all's son?
Yeah, I can imagine it can be hard to be our son. But why should it be hard if the talent is there?
Yeah.
The talent is there.
But why is it?
Why should it be hard? I mean,
I know why it shouldn't.
Why should it be hard if the talent is there? Talk to him. A black man confidence is always seen as cocky. Shaking my head. I agree with that. D, did you see the Michael Parsons interview where he calls out Skip Shannon and the fake analysts selling their souls? Detroit Gemini, I did see that. To me, I think Michael Parsons called out Shannon Sharp for flip-flopping. And it's people who have pushed back on Shannon Sharp's analysis where he's been wrong. And Shannon Sharp fell into a trap where he's working so much, trying to put out so much content that they're not watching games. I saw, who's the cornerback? Who's the cornerback for the Indianapolis Colts? Sauce Gardner. Shannon Sharp was saying all year Sauce Gardner fell off. When they were at Media Row for the Super Bowl, Sauce Gardner said, "What are my stats? What did people do against me?" When he asked Shannon Sharp that, and he said, "My stats are better now than they were when you said I was good. My seasons were better. People caught less passes on me, less explosive plays." He said, if you see one or two explosive plays, you assume that was me the whole year. That's where Shannon Sharp was wrong. And they're wrong because, like somebody said earlier, they're lazy with their analysis. They're not watching the games. And Shannon Sharp gets emotional when people call him out for missing it. So I think Michael Parsons was right. How many times did we, during the season, did I say I wanted to react to what Uncle Ocho said, but they didn't watch the game, so it's not worth it? And they were still up there talking like they watched it, reading stat lines. So just because they call you out for that, it's no problem. And also, the way that Shannon Sharp responded, he hit a nerve because people call you out for being wrong, and if it doesn't mean anything, then you will just move on. you'll just move on. But Shannon Sharp has been doing that. Ocho not watching games, Shannon Sharp not watching games. Players are saying the stats don't even back up what you're saying happened or how I played. And then he just got to sit there looking silly. So players realize that I'm not going to let you tarnish my image during my career. I'm going to call you out right now when it's happening. Right as it is happening. Right as it happens. So I don't have no problem with that. Skip Bayless has always went at Micah Parsons, even when he was on the Cowboys. Little backstory. Micah Parsons, before he got with Bleacher Report, he was going to have a weekly spot on Undisputed with Skip and Shannon. Right before it was supposed to be his first episode, he changed his mind on him, and he didn't want to do it. During the season, he was going to do this. A little bit after that happened, Skip started attacking Micah every chance he got. So he called him out, which I would too, because how do we go from we about to do business together to now you attacking me? So I saw what Micah said. I like how he said it clearly. He made sure you don't have to guess. You don't have to add nothing to it, taking it away. You're going to know exactly where I stand with them two. I watched Skip's response where he said, "Oh, we can do it face-to-face, whatever." Micah basically said, "My presence is a present. I don't have to come in for you, and I don't have to speak. We don't have to do nothing together." I saw Shannon Sharp respond, getting all mad, yelling, all this stuff. So to me, I was really close to playing it, and then I said, you know what? We feeling good. It's a good Friday. We positive. So I left it off the docket. But I looked all the way into the story, and I was going to play it, but at the last minute, I said, nah, we feeling too good. We not dealing with this. So shout out to Micah for calling it out. Shout out to players using their influence to correct people calling them out who are wrong. And we seen Shannon Sharp spiral. We saw Shannon Sharp listening to Mary Kay about the Browns getting a new quarterback. Wrong. Like, we seen him be wrong too many times. So that's what it is about them. That's what it is. Thanks, D. I hope he gets drafted. I hope he gets drafted too. Lex, what's going on? The no Cleveland media thing is mandatory for peace of mind, even when national media talks Browns, I pass. Yeah, they got nothing new to talk about, nothing valuable to talk about. So it's no point in us listening to him right now. Emmitt is dropping gems. He was dropping gems all over the place in this one. It feels good not to talk about them. Some channels eat off rage baiting, masquerading as supporters. Talk to him, Lex. Talk to him. He called him right out. Hey, Micah called him out. It's not hard for their kids. They're changing the rules for us. They are. So Skip said, oh, it's up since you flaked on me. He did, Zedric. He did. I remember they were so hyped when they made that announcement. They were so hyped. This is the first active player who's going to be on a live show during the season. They were so hyped about it. He changed his mind. Love Micah. He has a great future in media after the NFL. He is very intelligent. That interview was awesome with Funny Mike. It was. I like when people make it clear. Make it plain. Make it plain for me. Tell me how you feel. And that's what he did, and I like it. And if they feel away, that's on them. So I like it. Great question, Detroit Gemini.
Why is it? I think it's the gatekeepers keeping the gate closed and trying to send a message throughout to somebody. I don't know who they're trying to send it to. Maybe it's the whole culture. Maybe it's just him or whatever. Maybe, because if you don't understand the thing, then you're going to talk about it in the most negative light because we don't understand it. I mean, when we talk about Bitcoin and blockchain and everything else, first thing we throw against it, it's a Ponzi scheme because we didn't understand it. And now it's moving to a level of digital currency around the globe.
How do you prepare your son?
He just dropping bar after bar in this. I hope y'all are hearing it. People fear what they don't understand. And the first thing they do is have a negative view of it because they don't understand it. He calling that out. He's calling it out. So he's just dropping gems here. Dropping gems. I'm from Europe, and I can see that there were no dogs in that team last season. Speaking of CU, yeah, nobody stood out. Nobody was like, I'm the guy. Micah did say no business. Daisha, I'm so happy my algorithm finally changed. I don't barely get any Cleveland media, none of these shows, because it was messing with my mood. For real. That's why I say, hey, they're not getting us today. When it comes to Micah for Skip responds like an abandoned Cowboys fan. He has no objectivity regarding Micah. I agree with that, CO7111. I agree with that. I agree. Go check out the rest of this. We only 4 minutes in of this 10-minute clip, but Emmitt Smith is dropping gems in here. Great interview. And I like the fact that TD Jakes gave him the time to fully answer and respond without cutting him off. So it was really good. Some people don't realize it, but Shedeur was martyred last year. That created a level of animosity that hadn't been seen before. Zedric, you've been dropping bars all stream. All stream, you've been dropping bars. Definitely go check that out. We got something else we're going to get to. Zedric sent me this, and I thought this was good, so let's get to it. Let's pull it up here. All right, so this is Daniel Wousier. He posted this to his X account. Browns head coach Todd Monken on each of his coordinators. Let me do this right here. Okay, the OC. He was our run game coordinator, and that's where it all starts with your ability to run a football. So he's ready for this challenge. He's intentional. He's intelligent. He can teach. Hear it. He can teach. I'm telling y'all, they are really big on teaching. DC Mike Rudy. He's been in a similar system, but not the exact system because Jim Schwartz was unique. And they can say attacking style, but then there's attacking style, which is what they've done here up front. And I think that background of being a 4-down attacking style, but not exact, and to add some things that they had done before that I thought would mesh really well with the current staff was a big part of that. And I thought his energy, his ability to teach, his juice, I mean, it popped. It's what I was looking for. His special teams coordinator. First off, his journey going to Cal, playing special teams, a little bit in the NFL, into coaching, out of coaching, into the business world, then back into coaching, being with one of the best special teams to ever do it. In Rich Basasia, I think that's how you pronounce it. I might have messed it up. I'm sorry, Rich. Matt LaFleur just absolutely standing on the table for him was huge. Unbelievable presentation. When we interviewed him, he was more than ready. It was obvious when I got there interviewing him that we had to have him here. It's changing, y'all. It's changing. We're going to have a young team, and they want to teach them. Opinions are not truth. I agree with that, Cia Anderson. That's Cleveland media all day. They can't relate to Shedeur, Andrew Berry, etc. I remember I heard it in a Wale song a long time ago. People fear what they don't understand, and I agree with it. Yeah, Zedrick is on fire today, y'all. Zedrick is on fire today. Teach is the key word. Black Pearl, you catching that? I'm liking what you're putting down. See Anderson to Zedrick. Very true, Zedrick. Right before our eyes. We can't unsee it. We cannot. Browns, they created a developmental incubator. For real. They said, we're going to teach. That's what it's about. We're going to teach them. We're going to make it simple for them. We're going to make it look complicated to the defense so they can play fast. We're going to do the same thing on defense. Make it look complicated to the offense. It's going to be simple so they can play fast. So just reading this, y'all see where it's going. Y'all hear the positivity. Cleveland media got to get with the times. They got to get with the times. They got to get with it, y'all. They got to get with it. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this. This was I would say a 99.2% Cleveland media free podcast, but we did add Daniel in there, but this was him quoting Todd Monken, so not bad. But I enjoyed this stream. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this stream. Let's drop the thumbnail so it's not looking empty there. People make up things when they don't understand too. They do. They make up some stuff and they try to compare things, and look at that. They're trying to compare Jordan Tyson to Jerry Jeudy. It don't even make sense. Jordan Tyson is so much more of an explosive athlete than Jerry Jeudy. It's crazy. Remember they said Clint Kubiak was Kevin Stefanski 2.0? Remember they said Todd Monken was a grumpy Kevin Stefanski? They just try to compare it to something when they don't understand. David is the only positive Cleveland media. I think you meant Daniel. The Browns will start to use him more to get their message out. AB can trust him. Remember in that press conference where they was talking about them firing Kevin Stefanski in a decision, and he called out Daryl and he highlighted Daniel, kind of jabbed at Daryl a little bit. So they definitely are. I'm expecting all the year 2 guys to take a big jump now. They're going to pour into them. I'm excited about this upcoming year. Cia Anderson, I am too. No more coaching staff who feels they can only win and be productive with only already proven established players. You got to pour into them. You got to pour into them to get more from them. You have to. So you have to. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this stream. This was another great stream. JJ gonna be all right this season. He just needs some accountability. I got the new camera up. I'm gonna work on this so I'm not yellowing or redding. I'm gonna work on it. Latika let me know it didn't look ashy. It looked a little dim. I feel like it's making me look ashy, but we gonna work on it. But we still had an amazing stream. Cameron Justin or G. Bush are the only Cleveland media I get my news from. Yeah, you can't really go far. You can't go far, Selmo Flood. You can't go far. So hopefully y'all enjoys this. Shout out to Shanithia tapping in. Shout out to y'all energy. Do y'all realize the energy that y'all had today's stream without us doing or having anything from the Cleveland media? We got some laughs. We got some motivation. We got some education. Y'all were dropping bars the whole stream in the chat. Do y'all see how it feels when you don't really get into that Cleveland media? I hope y'all enjoyed it because I did. I told y'all I was feeling good at the beginning of the stream, before the stream. I hope y'all felt it. So Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Keep staying on this positive arc. Year 2 will not be like year 1. Peace, everybody. I'll see y'all on Monday.
Look at what I did. Look at what I started. Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance. I just did my thing, dog. I just went my hardest. And I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah, I'ma go hard regardless. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. Ran in my check, I ran on my bag, I did what I did. Yeah. And how good they judge me, oh. But they
They're
don't
setting Dylan Gabriel up to take the biggest L out of
Look how far I came, dog. I ain't had no guidance.